Good morning and welcome to 101010 at Poets House, the poetry library in downtown New York City. Poets House is the place for poetry, poets, and all things verse. I'm Dave Johnson, poet and playwright, and your host of 101010, where we invite you at 10 a.m. on weekdays for 10 minutes to write a new poem. And in 10 days, you'll have 10 new poems. This morning, I want to share with you some of the incredible poems that you have written and sent in to the community anthology for 101010. This is just a stack, if you will, front and back copies, right, that we made so that you could see. I mean, look how many we've got already. I mean, this is like book length start to. It's amazing poems. Several hundred poems that have been turned in. So I'm just going to share one or two, just flip through these. There's so many good ones. I just want to see what we have here. There's one, you know how much I love the food poems from the very beginning with Charles Simic, right? He had the watermelon poem. This was the response to watermelon. This one is called Artichoke, Gray-Green Quail on a Board, I'll Trim Feathers, Poach the Unguarded Heart by Joan Blessing. That's a beautiful poem. Really enjoyed that. There's so many wonderful pieces here. One from the south of France, from Caen, from Olivier. Favorite food in the air, he calls it. We are human travelers. The food is flying. Together we create, ride and share the outcome, that life obtaining the test you love. Wow. Thank you, Olivier, from south of France. That's a beautiful little moment. This one is called I Pour a Glass, Bastard of the Wineries. That domain where no one cares. A land of beauty and taste, I close my eyes and sip the fruits of the rose, transports me to you. It's by Nancy Pantier. That's beautiful too. Thank you, Nancy. This one, called Lemons. Oh, I love the lemons too. Yellow moons on a teacup, we kiss the bitter and dream of the sweet by Yasmin Lancaster. I know Yasmin has books here in the library as well. I have read her work. She's an incredible writer, right? This is the eggplant. Its succulence guarded by a firm yet sometimes surrendering skin. Be gentle yet cautious, those that enter, for violet delights have violet ends. Woo! Larry Pantier, that's beautiful too. My God, there's so many wonderful poems. I'm going to have to make some lunch here soon. It's just really great. Mike Cunningham. Oh yeah, he's sent in a lot of poems. Dates. See, this one's date. Brown mummies. Dates. He says, brown mummies on a white cutting board. A sarcophagus opened. Sweet on my pink tongue. The dark seeds I bury. Wow, Mike, that's amazing. These are really incredible. There's so many here. So many to read through. Let me get to a different week. This one is, let's see, a different day. This is the Where We poems, right after Makisha Evans' poem. There's so many in here as well. Let's see here. All right, this one is by a poet from Milan. He says, I'm originally from Colombia, South America, but I'm living in Milan. Well, of course, Milan had a very difficult time with these as well. This poem he has in English, Spanish, and Italian. Thank you, Luis, for this poem. Where we feel like strangers exploring the new world as little kids, knowing people with their own version of the same dream, modeling ourselves into our dreamed me, appreciating what used to be taken for granted, and evolving to an unknown version of ourselves until we choose a new destination to immigrate. Wow, fantastic work, Luis. That is amazing. Wow. And I've really enjoyed reading your notes and letters too. They've been really wonderful and uplifting. This one is by a lady named Kiswana. This one's called Grandma's Quilt. Grandma's hand-stitched silk quilt, where we curl up and cuddle in darkness, in midnight hours, in moments cold as winter rain, in moments painful as tragic death of loved ones. Grandma's hand-stitched silk quilt, where we curl up and cuddle beneath square patches of stitched together fabric of life, ripped, torn apart, snagged, stained, stretched, wrinkled, faded, grandma's hand-stitched silk quilt, where we curl up and cuddle and feel that cozy warmth, peace, love. Thank you, Kiswana. That is a wonderful, wonderful poem. So many beautiful ones. Let's see. You know, we got so many to choose from. This one is from the I Ask series. Remember, we did one with Lee Young Lee, right? He said, I asked my mother to sing, right? These are something, too. Beautiful, beautiful poems in here. Let's see what we have. There are so many, so many. Let's see if I can find you a short one to read you. This one, oh yes, I Ask My Cat. Okay. This one by Vivian Tedford. I ask my cat to sit in my lap, and with an extra dose of contempt, she shakes the dust of the room off her feet and strolls velvety down the hallway. My friend, allergic to all things cat, asks the cat to stay away, and swoosh, she is snuggled right in his lap. Faster than the question can be asked, faster than he can stand up to stop the lap from existing, I will call my cat Contrarian. Wow, fantastic, Vivian. That's a fantastic poem. I love this. Oh, Moira Egan. Oh, I know Moira. Moira has lots of books here in the library too, Moira. Hello, Moira. She lives in Roma. She used to live in New York. This is I Ask My Mother. I ask my mother to tell me what she remembers of my father as she nursed him in his final days. Gaunt, nearly gone, his bones extruded, friable, the skin. She was tender, arranging the catheter that poured the poison in. She knelt before him, long years divorced, years longing. One day, she says, he reached out to touch her temple. So pretty. Did you dye it? She laughed. No, Mike, I'm just going gray. Wow, Moira, that's a beautiful, beautiful poem. Thank you for that. Thank you. And Sempre Roma, right? Fantastic. Wow, there's so many beautiful poems here. So many to read, right? Bruce Robinson. Bruce, transactional analysis. Would you do this for me, please? Well, not so much for me as for the gentleman waiting in line behind you patiently, although he has places he has to be, people he has to meet, as do I, in fact, pressing engagements that really cannot wait. So please, quit fumbling with your keys. Give the cashier what she's asking for. Note that she's being patient too. And let's get on with this. Time's resting with you. Very nice, right? Bruce. Very, very nice. So many amazing poems in here. I'll tell you, we could go on for days with these. I mean, they are just incredible. Just incredible. Wow. This is something. Wow. Oh, how about this one? This one is from Jade. Jade, I asked my mother to cook. She has her favorite grocery store to pick the ingredients for my favorite Filipino dishes, and she learned from her mother in their province. She chops up garlic, tomatoes, onions, bitter melon, and adds the eggs perfectly. There are eggplant omelet, porridge, pancit, shallot recipes that I adore. The way she sings while she cooks and walks around the house. I ask my mother to cook. Wow, thank you, Jade. Beautiful, beautiful poem. So many wonderful poems. Wow. I love chicken adobo, by the way. I'm a big Filipino food fan, too. It's a wonderful restaurant in my neighborhood. Just shout them out. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Now, this one is from the series on sports poems. Okay. Oh, here's one. This is my player. Oh, yeah, I have to read this one. This is for Stephen Curry. He grew up in my hometown, you know, the player for the Warriors. He grew up in Charlotte, where I grew up too, right? So, got to read. This one is by Noreen Sanders of what she calls Dub Nation, right? Oakland, California. Stephen Curry, in the moment he takes his shot, catch a glimpse of his spark and you know all possibility is in the house. In grateful surrender of everything else, I join the ride and stake my hope. All else is suspended. The human torch is heating up. Take me away, Steph Curry. Given an inch of daylight, he'll light up the sky, a roar so proud and fierce and true, the entire Dub Nation is transported collective in ecstatic pride. In the moment he takes his shot, just a speck of room is all that he needs to step up and let it fly. In his smile, determination, commitment, and joy, each possession is precious. Nothing left on the floor. He gave it all he had that day. It would be enough to keep it on the court, but no. Showing up for his team, the world as his team, stands a man who steps up and shares for the love of hoops and the love of life. Inspiration most surely applies in the moment he takes his shot. Each possession is a lifetime. Take a shot. Take your shot. Swish it or pass it or blow it all to hell. Hope stoked with muscle of every shot that came before. All past is present in the moment you take your shot. It's really all play when passion flames the way. Our team is our body. No cell without its role. Find your rhythm and take your shot. Take your shot. Maybe we'll swish it. Maybe we'll miss it. Or maybe box out a rebound, but don't let them steal it. It's not over till the buzzer says it's so. Wow, Noreen, that's fantastic. Wow, that's great, great stuff. Good stuff. There's so many here. I see more from Mike. And, oh, this one is for, this one is by a young writer who is 3.5 years old. This is Jackie Andre Fabry Bosch. And this is called Spider-Man Shoots a Web. This is a sports poem, right? Spider-Man shoots a web. It's white and comes from the hand, from these two fingers. He needs a lot of web to beat the bad guys and to make everything sticky. And to trap them. He shoots a web into outer space and then he comes back down and his face has two big white eyes. But you know what? I am Spider-Man. I'm very, very strong. Wow, Jackie, that's fantastic. 3.5 years old, or 3.5 to be exact, right? Wow. And Erica Fabry sent one on Colin Kaepernick. We got to read this, Colin. Colin Kaepernick takes a knee is what she calls it. And the president says his mother is a bitch. My son also wants to wear a red spandex suit to try to stop the bad guys. What kind of bitch does that make me? My son also has giant curls that duck under his helmet. I have loved his perfect sculpture since he was an unfinished animal, a swimmer inside myself. I'd make a museum to keep him in, to quarantine the art that he is, to preserve him from injury, illness, or villainous smoke. I will wear the name bitch on my neck if I have to. Wow, Erica Fabry, that's fantastic. So many beautiful poems. Listen, we're going to read some more. Come back with us next time on 10-10-10 Community Anthology. We're going to read some more of these poems. These are beautiful. Thank you all for your poems. Keep sharing your work, right? It keeps me going. And thank you for your notes, everything that you've said that makes this series what it is. It's you and your participation and your poems and your love. Thank you and be well. If you've enjoyed these programs, please consider giving a contribution to Poets House. For more than 30 years, they've kept the door wide open to everyone for the joy of poetry. Recently, they have temporarily had to shut the door and are reeling from the financial implications. Please give, even a small donation if you can. Thank you.